What up, guys? What is up? It's Shani with Healing Elements here for another timeless reading. So it's collective reading for anybody at any time. If you guys have been guided by the title or otherwise to come here, you know that I always believe in divine intervention and for messages that are meant to come to you. And this reading, I want to dedicate to this little triangle. I got dream without fear, right? It's like when we dream and we put things on our wish board, or we put goals in front of us on a piece of paper, or just in our mind as, something we want to manifest. We often have those times, even if we're working really hard, that come in the way. And it's usually to do with fear, right? Imposter syndrome, or fear of judgment, or fear of failure, or fear of not having enough money to get something started, right? So I feel like I want to pull some cards, of course, for the general overall energy, but also pull a couple of cards in particular for that theme, and I'll put them over there. Something that will guide you, some message that will come in and inspire, hopefully give you a message and tell you what you are in need of, perhaps to let go of any fears that you may have about accomplishing your goals, accomplishing your dreams, manifesting abundance. I'm doing this reading for the record during a horrible time. It's some time in my life, which now I've proved, like, this part of my journey, this stepping into this part of this facet of my power is interesting. So the whole family has COVID. It's COVID positive, including myself, and those are the two that I'll put over there. That is perfect. Two fell out, so two over there will be for dreaming without fear, talking about that message. And here we have on the bottom of the deck, oh my goodness, okay, that the devil, of course. For me, I could be, just what I was saying, stepping into this facet of my power of I could be drowning in fear because, again, I have family of 5, including myself, COVID, and my daughter at 23 is really, really sick. Had to get the antibody transfusion, and just his oxygen level in the 80s. It's bad. Had to go to the hospital. So, I could be drowning in fear. The devil card is for you guys, all about, I think, the same as those other two cards will be for preventing you from moving forward based on any kind of apprehension, fears, things that are locked maybe deep inside. Things that are restricting you is what the devil card means to me. And in this reading, of course, it could be, as I always, read this for clients and otherwise, the devil card represents Capricorn energy, and it is a teaching energy, a drill sergeant. So it's just about learning and about what restricts you and what you are able to, in your power, let go of. And so that's the point. So let go of anything that is holding you back from truly, going out there and accomplishing whatever it may be that is on your mind as you listen to this. Whether it's a relationship that you feel, you are not able to be in fully because of restrictions, or, anything that is holding you back. So let's read the two that has to do with the same theme. Dreaming without fear, of course. This is beautiful. Temperance, all about balance. You need to balance, your emotion compared to the tangible and practical. Virgo season is upon us right now as I read this. So perhaps you've been worrying. That is a, trait of the lower vibrational Virgo. Anxiety and just planning is beautiful, and the pragmatic, logical steps that Virgos take. However, sometimes they will go over it too much, like, saturating their thoughts with over analyzing and being so analytical, in which it's like that drive for perfection, but you never can reach it. So balance that with, this card is temperance, major arcana, beautiful for the message I'm looking for. Balance that out with your emotions. If you're feeling any kind of, downtrodden, maybe discouraging emotions regarding a business opportunity or a relationship, anything that you have been dreaming of that you want to have come fruition, just get rid of the fears associated. And of course, the Hermit, this is beautiful. So you've been following your own, guide, your spirit guide, this lantern and all of the tarot cards, which the Hermit represents Virgo energy, just taking a slow time. It doesn't mean preventing or stopping, or it's not like the Hanged Man, in a waiting pattern of sometimes faith, but this right now is going on your own path to seek and retreating into whatever that may mean to you, education, or perhaps like just in your own zone. You're doing you right now, and this is good because you're going to come to a conclusion and something that will really boost your confidence in order for you to drop all the fear or the hangups that are associated with the prevention of that goal or manifesting that abundance, that dream. And here you have something to guide you. Four of materials in this deck. The Muse Tarot deck is beautiful by Chris Ann, and it is telling you the message that it is time. It is time now to step into your role of a, abundant life, an abundant mindset, and just let go of any, mental hangups of lack. Building for the future is, all about Four of Pentacles in a traditional tarot. It's just talking about, having enough and protecting what you have. Also, learning to not covet, learning to not be so afraid of making the next move that you might, lose some of your coin, right? Lose some of the material that you've already built. So it says in the book, I love what it says. It says the coveting, the scarcity, hoarding safety in a box, but really freedom does come when generosity unlocks, right? I think that's beautiful. So keep in mind when we pursue our dreams, there is going to be times in which we're going to have to like do the fool, major arcana, just take a step forward, leap without any kind of jaded preconceived notions on what perhaps we may lose if we do so. It's necessary for your journey to have things and to build and to save. So this card also speaks about savings, checking and just being very careful about finances. Yeah, and the 10 of inspiration in this deck, this speaks of the 10 of wands. So feeling that you have perhaps put too much on to your plate at once, finding that temperance, again, balance, in between what is burdenous and what is something that you want to take on, right? So perhaps, something that you can do is relieve some of the heaviness, right? Things that you have promised, perhaps things that are, projects. Maybe you have too much going on and you just have to, perhaps make a system or, prioritize things that you feel are going to be righteous for you moving on in your journey. I think that perhaps you've taken on your projects and maybe other people's, just because I understand the vibe through this reading. I'm feeling a lot of you are very, control oriented in a good way. You know how to do things in the right way for you. And perhaps it's like me. Sometimes, I'd rather do it myself than explain how to do it, but there is a balance that you can have of letting go and surrendering and knowing, what, if there's certain things that I know can get done pretty well, without me doing it, then it is often times, we need to do that to get rid of our burdens. And this card speaks of being very strong in that position, seven of inspiration in this deck. So, talking about defense, like defend your position about how you feel, how you want your structure to remain within what you're creating, whether that be a relationship. You have got to know that if you are being attacked, it is time for you to protect yourself, to stand up and to be, very, very confident in your inner guidance, your inner light, and just know that other people's negative opinions are only building you stronger, and, it's very, very, you know, scarce in relativity to your journey as far as going forward positively will only make you stronger. So, a lot of people may be paying attention to your energy at this point, and I love what it says in the book for this card. It says, defend. I am here. I am strong, and I have made it. You can make that your mantra. And here we go, of course. Of course, indeed. You may be feeling, a lot of worry, anxiety, hardship. This is Five of Materials, Five of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And it's talking about having, that feeling that there is not enough, right? Financial difficulties, or you might be struggling with your health, of course. Something tangible that you are feeling, feeling outcast, left out because of as hard as you are working and people may be coming at you, like that last card, talking about feeling secluded, feeling isolated in your project, in your feelings. The great hall of love is within you, and that is something that comes within this deck and book. I loved reading about the Five of Materials. It's talking about, a muse who, spots someone sleeping outside of the gates of flow and abundance. So that may be what is going on. A lot of crying over spilt milk, so to speak, reminds me of the Four of Cups, but this is all about maybe tangible things are in your way, are hardships, are things that are challenging you at this point. But that only, again, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You have to get out of, as quickly as you can, that mode. And to, wow, this is beautiful. And to further that, this is the major arcana card, the moon. This is asking you to face your fears and to see through the delusions. Those hidden truths can be revealed. Any kind of shadow work within you, this is all about the shadow of the moonlight, the need to trust your intuition and instinct and to weave through what is perhaps something that is someone else's truth or something that you have been really paranoid about and fallen into the trap of believing or been too hopeful about, right? It's that Piscean Neptunian energy about glass two half full at times or two half empty, right? It is about this subtle, beautiful illumination. And it says in the book, I love this, it's my favorite. You were written in stardust, yes, you were, and folded through time. And the seas of illusion are your mountains to climb. I love that. I love it. So just illuminate what exists beyond the fog, beyond the, mist of that veil, beyond the horizon, and know that if you tap into your inner goddess of the moon, right, you can squint even if you need to. See what you need to see and decipher through, again, the garbage, the things that do not resonate with you. Just like this reading, only take, anytime you're reading, listening to a reading, only take, of course, what resonates to you and know that your path is on the right terms. It is the terms that you have dictated in your life soul plan, if you believe in that, and also what you have done throughout this lifetime already. And an important message for you getting the Queen of Emotions, which is Queen of Cups in traditional tarot, is to truly tap into that feminine, divine feminine nature. What you need to do to access your dreams is really be authentic and create from your heart what is naturally pouring out of you. Just like this card is beautiful. It looks like the woman underneath the water has grown, right? These beautiful coral reefs all over her body as she is able to be in love with herself, self love, and find meaningful connections. So you could be finding a meaningful solution or just a pull, an urge toward that love of self care, and also your emotions and how you can access truly what you feel and blend it with that moon card. So, perfect companion, talking about seeing through the delusions of maybe any, negative self talk that you've given yourself about your project. And then that in turn leads to this beautiful card, 10 of materials in this deck. It's 10 of pentacles in traditional, and it's just talking about a blessing, complete and total victorious success and creating a family environment that is, both sustaining for you in a very, very emotional way, even though this is a tangible way. So having a legacy and something that can prosper, building community and a dynasty, basically, something that is elevated in true love. And the wealth I always read into this card is about the wealth of self, right? That self care, self love, that queen of cups or queen of emotions in this deck, just helping others with what you have after you harvest and that cornucopia of abundance that you're able to finally bask in once you do get your project's done. The Muse Tarot is just gorgeous the way that it displays so many complete truths to life and also just so unique, beautiful, beautiful. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. Ending on the 10 of materials in this deck is quite gorgeous. It is definitely blessing you, whatever you're fearful of, if you are, or apprehensive of, whatever your dreams may be. Trust me, if you came to this reading, keep on going, put one foot in front of the other. It